When looking with my media class, we found that the average length for the film trailers were about 2 minutes. We also thought that average amount of shots in a film trailer was about 100. However, in the specific trailer that I looked at, there were 74 shots. In the film trailers that all the people in my media class individually looked at, we all found many shots. Some of the ones from the trailer that I looked at included mid shots, shots that zoomed in from like a mid shot to a close up, high angle shots, panning, tracking, loads of shot reverse shot, an eyeline match, high angle zooming, shallow focus, a tilt, and loads of other different kinds. So there's a real variety of shots in film trailers usually. We found that the pace of the editing often depended on the genre. So if it was like an action thriller or something, then the pace of the editing would be really fast to like try and get you like really trying to spot like all the different things that were going on and like trying to get you interested, because an action-packed trailer shows that it's going to be an action-packed film. In the one that I watched, I saw The Vow, which included a car crash. So it was all like it's a love story, so in the love scenes it was all quite like fades to each cut and like quite slow pace, but when it got further into the trailer it got faster and faster, and when the dilemma from the film happened and we saw like the car crash, it happened in almost slow motion. It happened really slowly so that like the audience could take it in, I think. So I think it really does depend on the genre of the trailer that you're making as to how fast your editing is. But I think it mainly does start off slower than it ends up. I think it's slow and then really fast towards the end, as it has lots of different shortcuts for you to look at towards the end of most trailers. There was only one case in which we found that the title of the trailer was actually in the middle of the trailer. However, the film title is usually always shown towards the end of the trailer. I'm sure you could probably tell from many trailers that you've watched, you'll probably remember that the titles are always often at the end. In the specific trailer that I looked at, the title of the film was at 1 minute 49 seconds, and the length of the trailer was 1 minute 54 seconds. The titling in the trailers can be all the way through, every few seconds or every few shots, which can build up a narrative throughout the trailer so that the audience understands what's going on, and it just helps to explain kind of the storyline and what's going to be happening in this film. However, sometimes they don't have this and they just have like titling every sort of 20 or 30 seconds, like only a few times throughout the trailer. So in the one that I looked at, The Vow, it had one title about halfway through saying inspired by true events. Then after that, it introduced like the main kind of the actresses and actors that were going to be in it, so Rachel McAdams and Channing Tatum. So it just showed those, and then finally it just said like when it was going to be released and the name of it right at the end. So there were only kind of 3 sections where there were like main titles in my one, whereas sometimes it can be different. Again, this could depend on the genre. I think transitions are also like a really key thing in certain genres. So I think from what I saw looking at a romantic film, the key transition that would be used is a fade, because it gives you time to like think and time to like think about their relationship and things, whereas like an action thriller isn't going to give you time to think about things. It's going to all be happening really quickly, just as it is going to be in the film. So that's going to have a lot of shortcuts and short takes and very different transitions. They're not going to be fading. They're just going to be straight cuts or something. So it'll be a lot less transitions, a lot less interesting transitions in that kind of film, I think.